Hello there. My name is Justin. I hope you're doing well. And for today's video topic, we are going to be looking at a research proposal aiming to analyze the military and push press in regards to strength, power, and order effects. To begin, the objective of this research proposal is to compare both of these exercises through a structured testing protocol. It will focus on strength and power output and potential order effects. And this proposal will aim to develop standardized testing days with supporting movement assessments. To begin, why would we compare these two lifts? Well, for one, both have similar movement patterns but different demands. Both involve overhead pressing. However, the military press is pure upper body strength with no leg involvement, while the push press has a lower body or dip and drive for momentum and power transfer. Both exercises have neuromuscular focus. The military press will emphasize max upper body strength and core stability, and the push press will attain total body coordination, rate of force development, and power output. Comparing both will help differentiate between strength and power dominant adaptations. As well, the study will aim to analyze training prioritization and sequencing. In sport and fitness programming, exercise order does matter, especially for these complex movements. So studying this and studying how one lift can affect the performance of another is important. It can help coaches optimize lift sequencing, prevent premature fatigue, and improve outcomes based on if an athlete wants hypertrophy, explosiveness, and so forth. As well, there's a measurement opportunity with this study. It can provide a platform to test and compare one rep max strength, bar velocity output, fatigue and rep performance across sets, and acute performance differences based on lift order. To further drive home the importance of this study and why this study may want to be attained, we'll look at some studies through a key literature review highlight. With Samao's 2010 article, they found that exercise orders significantly influence strength gains, and exercises done earlier in a session led to greater strength increases. It's relevant for the study in that it informs how the military or push press placement could affect performance outcomes. Gentill's 2007 study found that muscular activation for triceps was higher when it was fatigued first. As well, total work output did not differ, but local muscle recruitment patterns changed. It's relevant for this study in that it indicates how pre-fatiguing muscles through one lift could affect the performance of another, and it is important for studying order effects. For Sofroso and Toei's 96 article, they found that total force output decreased when large lifts were performed after isolation of movements, and fatigue accumulated faster when structural lifts came later. It's relevant for the study in that it suggests that power output and one rep max could be reduced if the push press followed the military movement or vice versa. And Suezo and de Blazio's 2021 article found that strong positive correlation between hand grip strength and overall lifting success, as hand grip strength is a general predictor of upper body strength and neural drive. It's relevant for this study in that it supports the inclusion of this test as a baseline neuromuscular measure in testing. And if you'd like to look at these articles and more that were used for this literature review, a list of references will be provided at the end of this presentation. As well, these two lifts are important for athlete populations as both are important. Both raw pressing strength and explosive overhead power are important for athletic performance. Understanding the physiological and performance differences can help support better exercise selection for strength sports such as powerlifting and CrossFit, and overhead athletic sports such as volleyball, baseball, and swimming. As well, the military and push press can be useful for these four sports. As an example, swimmers could boost shoulder endurance, tricep strength, and scapular stability. Shot putters can increase overhead force production and total body coordination. Volleyball players can improve their upper body performance through spikes and serves. And baseball players can enhance their throwing velocity and reduce their shoulder injury risk. With all this in mind, we're going to look at the testing day structure. Two separate test days will be counterbalanced to test the order effects. The protocols that are going to proceed are as follows: the sit and reach, the hand grip strength test, toes to bar as many reps as possible, handstand push-ups, and a one rep max and velocity testing for the two lifts. The rationale behind this testing protocol is to capture total body strength, mobility, and endurance. To break everything down, The stand and reach test will be used to measure hamstring and lower back flexibility as shown on this diagram right here. Participants will stand on a standardized 30 to 40 centimeter box. It will be performed barefoot, and they will hold that bottom position right there on the screen for 2 seconds. And the best of 2 to 3 trials will be recorded in centimeters. The hand grip strength test, as shown right here, the participants will be seated with their elbows at 90 degrees using a calibrated hand dynamometer, such as a Jangmere. 1 practice session will occur, followed by 3 test trials per hand, and a 1-minute rest will occur between trials. And the mean of these 3 attempts for each hand will be used for data analysis. The hand grip strength, as previously stated, it has a strong correlation to total body strength. For the toes to bar on this photo right here, the toes to bar will be done with as many reps as possible in a minute with strict form. And the handstand push-up as many reps as possible as well. It will be wall supported with proper range of motion. The head will go to the floor, elbows in this position, and will lock out at the top. And strict form will also apply for the toes to bar, in that the participant will be asked not to sway their body and use their core and hand grip strength to keep them from swaying back and forth. Both of these exercises will measure local muscular endurance and coordination, and both are valuable indicators for overhead athletic demands. Both the military and push press testing will have 1 rep max protocols and velocity-based protocols. For the military press, the 1 rep max will have a progressive warm-up of 50 to 95 of the 1 rep max, with incremental increases of 2.5 to 5.5% till failure. With the velocity-based protocol, the bar will be tracked across 30 to 90% of the 1 rep max with an LPT used for real-time feedback or linear position transducer. For the push press, with the 1 rep max protocol, it will be a quick dip with drive from the quarter squat and then a press through triple extension plus the lockout. With the velocity protocol, it'll be performed across the same ranges as the military press, and bar velocity will be recorded with the LPT, and this power focused lift will use full body mechanics. To further break it down, this research design will be a within studies counterbalanced study. Each participant will complete both test conditions. Condition A will be the military press first, followed by the push press, and vice versa for condition B. The order of testing will be randomized and counterbalanced to control for fatigue and learning effect. 2 testing days, a minimum of 48 to 72 hours apart, will occur. Day 1 will be flexibility, hand grip strength, and either lift order A or B. And day 2 will have an alternate lift order and a retest of the physical assessments if needed. The time of day and the warm-up protocol will be standardized across both days. For the primary outcome measures, 1 rep max strength for each lift will be measured per NSCA protocol. Velocity measures will be measured with the LPT as previously described. The volume and fatigue markers will be noted with number of sets and reps completed in RPE. And the participants, the target audience, will be trained individuals who are familiar with overhead lifts, such as CrossFit athletes. The age bracket will be 18 to 40-year-old who has resistance trained experience of greater than 6 months, who also have overhead lifting competency. They will be excluded from this study if they have a history of shoulder injuries or are in situations that prevent them from pressing overhead. As well, the sit and reach will measure flexibility. The hand grip strength will be a proxy for neuromuscular capacity, and the toes to bar and handstand push-ups will be used for overhead mobility, core strength, and local muscular endurance. With all of this in mind, this research proposal argues that the push press will demonstrate higher bar velocity with lower isolated body fatigue tolerance, while the military press placed first may reduce the push press power output and vice versa, and could reveal potential order effects. And finally, it will be hypothesized that testing order will influence performance and perception, or RPE. With that in mind, thank you all for watching this video. I hope you had a great time. I hope you learned something through this research proposal as I go through the references. If you have any comments or questions about this research proposal, please leave them in the comment section below. This is a study that has the potential to be very beneficial for the world of exercise and for the world of athletics. And thank you very much for listening. And I hope you guys have a great day.